in the news about Iran. We've been hearing a lot recently in the news about Iran and what we are planning to do with it. If you're elected to Congress and you're presented with a declaration of war that puts the United States at war with Iran, will you vote for or against its approval? And please elaborate why. And I'll give you 3 minutes.
If it comes to the point where we have to decide whether to go to war with Iran or not, my assumption when I answer this is that it's because Iran has achieved or is about to achieve nuclear capability, which I believe they would use if they could. Then I would vote for it. Now, I believe that we have technology that is not being divulged to us, and we would be able to thwart Iran in a way that they probably aren't even expecting. We have a bill, for instance, just recently there was announced that Israel developed a laser defensive weapon that could shoot down a tank round, and it hits it within 50 feet of the tank. And that's pretty darn good because that's within the explosion range so that they essentially are able to take out the tank when the tank fires at them. If we have technology, well, Israel has that technology, Obama will not allow us to buy it from them because it's Israel. However, that technology does exist. And we also have other technology. If you remember the first Gulf War, a lot of technology that nobody knew existed all of a sudden appeared. And I believe that that was what brought down the Soviet Union because their entire empire was based on their military power. So I believe that we could take Iran out. However, I think that I do not oppose the war in Iraq, and I don't oppose the war in Afghanistan. I oppose the way they're being prosecuted. The rules of engagement are ridiculous. When we go to war with somebody, I believe we beat them, we get out. And we beat them decisively and quickly. And the next question should be, does anybody else want the same thing? So when you get a nut, you know, Ronald Reagan said, I remember before he was elected, he said, if he's elected, our enemies may not like us, but they're going to respect us. And if you remember when, none of you are old enough to remember this, but the day that he was to be sworn in, Iran released all of the American hostages because they had word that Ronald Reagan wasn't putting up with that stuff. And I believe that that's the position, that's the posture we should take. For one thing, I don't want to say anything bad about Iranian people or Persian people, as they prefer to be called, because I have known a lot of them, they're good people. Their government is the problem. It's not the individual people, it's their government. And there is a very large moderate faction in Iran that would like to overthrow that government, and we have thwarted them. We could be helping them.